Hey guys, welcome to the playlist How to Use SolidWorks for Beginners. In the earlier videos, we have already understood many sketch commands. For those who are new to the channel, the link of the playlist is given in the description box below, or you can simply click on the I button which is present on the right top corner of your screen. In this video, we are going to understand how to sketch this particular figure that is presented on your screen. Okay, so now we know one thing, that first we have to click on file, select new, select part and click on OK. Now whenever we want to sketch something, we first have to select the plane. So here I want to select the front plane and I am going to click on sketch. Now after this is done, I have to have a look at the figure. Okay, now in the figure, the first thing that I can observe is the rectangle. Okay, this rectangle. Okay, and if you observe one thing guys, the center of the rectangle is at the origin. So I know where the center of my rectangle should be. So therefore, when I drop down this menu, I have different options available. But since I know where my center is going to lie, therefore I am going to choose on the center rectangle. Now after I choose on the center rectangle, my center should be on the origin. I will click on the origin and now I will simply extend the rectangle. Now it is time for us to give the dimensions to the rectangle. So the dimensions here are 200 is the length of the rectangle and 150 is the breadth of the rectangle. Okay, so let us give the dimensions to it. It should be 200 mm and this should be 150 mm. Done. Now since I have finished drawing the rectangle and I have finished giving the dimensions to it, I will click on escape so that the smart dimension command gets deactivated. Now let us have a look again at the figure. Now in this figure, what I can observe is a circle within the rectangle. Okay, and one thing about this circle is that this circle is touching all it is not touching all the three, but it is touching the three sides of the rectangle. Okay, the circle is touching the three sides of the rectangle. Okay, so when I drop down this menu in circle command, I have two options. I have circle command and I have a perimeter circle. Now which option I will choose? I will obviously choose perimeter circle. Why? Because if I choose the normal circle command, then I do not know where the center of my circle should be. But if I choose the perimeter circle command, I know that the circle is touching the rectangle at three different sides. Okay, therefore I will choose perimeter circle. I will click on the first slide, I will click on the second side and I will now click on the top side. Okay, so here there is some issue. Okay, see, now I will click on the top side. Okay, and this is how my circle is now ready. Now since I have finished drawing the circle, I will now click on escape so that the circle command gets deactivated. Okay, can you see? Now after the circle is drawn, the next thing that I am going to draw is the parabola. Where is the parabola? Can you guys observe this parabola? See this parabola. And when you are drawing the parabola, the focus point of the parabola is on the circle. Okay, it is on the circle and it is a circle and it is vertical to the origin. So I will show you how to draw this, don't worry. So let us click on parabola. Now as I mentioned earlier, the starting point, or you can say the center of the parabola, is touching the circle. Then the parabola is extended up to the side of the rectangle and now you can simply sketch a parabola. Okay, done. So your parabola is now ready. Now since you have finished drawing the parabola, let us now click on escape. Done, your parabola is ready now. Now after the parabola is ready, the one thing that I am going to draw is now the top arc. Okay, the top arc that you can see. So let us draw the top arc. Now when you drop down the menu of the arc command, you again have three different options available: the center point arc, the tangent arc and the 3-point arc. Now guys, here you do not know where the center of the arc is going to lie. Therefore again I am not going to choose the center point arc. Tangent arc, no, the arc cannot be tangential to the earlier figure. Can you see wherever the arc is tangential? No. Therefore I am not going to choose the tangential arc. Okay, now after this, the only arc command that I am left with is the 3-point arc. So in the 3-point arc command, we all know that we first choose the starting point, we first choose the ending point, and now we choose the radius or the arc length of the arc. Okay, so I have finished drawing the parabola. I have finished drawing the arc. So I will now click on escape. Now can you see, guys, that this arc is in blue color while the rest sketch is black color. Why is this? Because we have not given measurement to this arc, and if you have not given measurement to this arc, then can you see, guys, here you can see something called as underdefined. Underdefined means what? You have not given dimensions to a particular sketch properly, and if you have not given any dimension, then you will always get this signal that is underdefined. Your sketch must always be fully defined. Okay, so let us understand what are the dimensions of the arc. So when it comes to the dimensions of the arc, okay, so the only dimension that I can see is that, see, this point which you can see, guys, it is very difficult for you all to observe. This is the center point of the arc, and can you see the radius of the arc is 350. Okay, this is the center point of the arc and the radius of the arc is 350. So let us give the dimensions to this arc. Okay, it should be how much? It should be 350. So let us enter 350. Okay, so now the arc shape has changed and it has gained the radius of 350. Now also you can see, guys, that this is blue in color. Why? And here also you can now see it is underdefined. Why? Because SolidWorks cannot understand the arc position properly. Okay, so you still, even if you mention the radius, still SolidWorks is not able to understand how and where is your arc exactly lying. So for that you need to define your arc more with respect to the origin. Okay, so here can you see, guys, the distance between the origin and the center of the arc is 187.23. So you need to mention that as well. So I'll click from the origin till the center of the arc and it is 187.23. Done. I will now click on OK. Now after this one, if you have defined it, still it is looking blue in color, still it is underdefined. So therefore you have to now add more dimensions to this arc so that it becomes black in color. So I will click on smart dimension, I will click on this point, I will click on this point, and now I am going to add the length of the arc. Okay, so now what is the length of the arc? Here it has already come. I think that when I sketch this, it has got trimmed the image, it has got above this, but it is going to be 400 as I remember it very well. Okay, so it is 400 and now I'll click on OK. Okay, done. Now after this, guys, can you see that there is a fillet that is being applied here? Okay, there is a fillet that is being applied. Okay, there is no sharp point, but instead there is a fillet. So I will click on the fillet command, sketch fillet from this point to this point. Okay, I want to continue with this, and the fillet must be of 50 mm. I'll click on 50, hit enter. The same thing happens. Why it is changing here? If you apply 50, enter, click on OK. The same thing applies at this point as well. I will click on this thing, I will select here, and now because the specific radius would eliminate. Okay, I have to change the radius. I will enter the 50. Okay, I have selected this arc already. I have selected this arc. Okay, done. So I have just selected this first arc initially, then I have defined the radius to be 50, and then I selected this parabola. Now it is showing 50 mm properly, so I will click on OK. So now, guys, can you see that it is now the figure is still showing blue? Why? Because SolidWorks is not able to understand the figure completely. So we will just give smart dimensions to it. I will click on this point, I will click on this point, and can you see in the figure it is 267.12. So I will make it 267.1217 is okay. It is just rounded off. When you rounded this, you will get 12, something like that. Yeah, see, this gets rounded off and you will get 12. So I guess that now we are done with the figure. The only thing that is left is writing this wordings one level better. So let us see how we can write this. So first of all, I click on escape so that the smart dimension gets off. Now I will click on the text. First of all, we have to select the curve where we want to write the wordings. So this is the curve where I want to write. The letter that I want to write is one level better. Okay, see guys, it is very small and initially it is already at the center. Therefore, I am not going to make any changes. Okay, if I click this point, it will shift towards the left. If I click this point, it will shift towards the right. But I want it to be in the center. Therefore, I am going to select this point, this option. Now after this, I am not satisfied with this font. Therefore, I want to make changes to this font. Okay, so I will deselect this option of use document font, and I will now select font. Now in this option, what I have given in the figure is selected is the Bookman old style. Okay, I have selected the Bookman old style, and the font style that I have selected is bold, and the units is 14. After this is done, I will now click on OK, and now you can see a very clear and the same text that I have written here. Okay, now after this is done, guys, I will select OK, and now I have finished drawing my sketch. Therefore, I will now click on done. Okay, so this is done, and now guys, your sketch is ready. So this is how guys you are going to draw the sketches, and you are going to make proper selection of which sketch you exactly want to draw. Okay, so guys, I hope that you have liked this video. If you like this video, then please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and go check out the playlist where I have explained certain things which will help you in SolidWorks. And guys, thank you for watching this video.